Valentine's Day. Why do we celebrate it? It's a tradition that goes back for centuries. And why do we send cards and roses and chocolate? Let's have a look. And welcome to the Brac Shop. And this is the portal to the esoteric, which comprises the paranormal, the spiritual, the unexplained. And I'm Tom from the shop. Happy Valentine's Day. It's a tradition that goes back for centuries, and we do express our love with chocolates, roses, greeting cards. Well, why do we do it? And in some countries, it's not just love, it's friendship. Because people who are friends do send Valentine's cards, which I suppose in other countries may get the wrong idea because they might think they want something a bit more. But let's have a look. Now, don't forget, if you do like this episode, please press the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet, and press the bell and the notification button so you won't miss out on my future videos. So, Valentine's Day. Well, it actually goes back to St. Valentine, who was a priest back in the 3rd century. Now, we had the Roman Empire, and the Emperor Claudius at the time thought his soldiers would be better fighters if they weren't married. So he wouldn't allow his soldiers to be married. Now, Valentine, who was a priest, would marry them in secret. And he was found out. And so he was thrown into jail. He was actually attended to by his jailer's daughter, who sort of looked after him. And they did get along quite well. Now, Valentine was to be executed. So on the last day, he actually sent a note to his jailer's daughter, who apparently was blind as well. But he wrote her a letter, and at the bottom he said, "From your Valentine." The first Valentine card. And so he was executed. However, he did attain sainthood because one of the miracles he did was that he gave sight back to the jailer's daughter. And so she could see again. And so that was a miracle in itself. So he was made St. Valentine. Now, with Christianity, a lot of the Roman festivals were actually incorporated into the holy days. So St. Valentine's Day, and mainly he was executed on the 14th of February, but it was around the time of the Roman festival of Lupercalia. And it was quite a hedonistic fertility festival the younger people would actually do. And so the Christian religion incorporated it all together. So those festivities blended to Valentine's Day. But Valentine's Day is celebrated on the 14th because that's when Valentine was executed. The tradition of sending Valentine cards goes way back. Probably the first one with St. Valentine when he left his note to his jailer's daughter. But the oldest known Valentine letter, which can be seen in the British Library, is from Charles, Duke d'Orleans from 1415. He wrote a love poem to his wife. However, he was captured in the Battle of Agincourt and he was imprisoned in the Tower of London. That's where he wrote the poem and sent it to his wife. Unfortunately, it's not a very happy ending. She died before she was able to receive it. But that note is in the British Library, and that's one of the oldest recorded Valentine notes. However, the card, the Valentine card, the oldest one of the oldest one in the York Museum, dates back to 1797. And it's printed and it's decorated with lace and little things all stuck together. It's like those novelty cards that you can find today. And that was sent back in 1797, quite a while ago. However, the trend picked off. And by 1849, Esther Howland, she actually started mass producing the Valentine card in America. But it took off. So many people bought them. And if you think about it, a lot of it probably would have been men buying them to give to women. But apparently her company made over $100,000 a year. And this is 1849. So when you think about it, that would have been probably in the millions today. Now, of course, as time went on, Hall Brothers, which later became Hallmark, caught on and started their version in 1913. But giving little gifts really seems to have come from the Victorian era, because that's when everyone started giving cards, mass-produced cards, and roses. In the Victorian era, flowers were symbols for different things. Different flowers meant different things, and people would give it as little symbols. So you didn't have to say it, you gave it, and that would mean what you felt. Now, the rose was always an expression of love, and also associated with some of the goddesses in the past as well. And so that was a form of expression. And chocolates really became popular when Cadbury's started promoting them for Valentine's Day back in 1861. They packaged them in a heart-shaped box and promoted it for Valentine's Day. And chocolate is an aphrodisiac, so it would go very well with Valentine's Day. And that's where we have chocolates, roses, and cards. And of course, all started around the Victorian era and has just continued through the years, and even getting more elaborate, like even rings and jewelry. But you really don't need any of those things, because it's the feeling, and everyone should know that anyway. But it's always nice to do that little bit, something different, and that's why we celebrate it and remember it on Valentine's Day. And also, it makes you feel better. And when, as I've always said, if you feel better, it raises your vibrations, and higher vibrations means things are going better, and you can attract things to you that you want as well, the good things that you want. So think about that as well. And it's always better to give than to receive. So maybe you might want to go out and give a Valentine's card to someone. And in general, it's always good to give something to someone. It makes them happy, and you feel happy too. Have a think about that. Now, I've hoped you've enjoyed this little quick episode on Valentine's giving. And if you have, please press the like button. And also subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet, and press the bell and the notification sign as well, so you don't miss out on my future videos. And it will be good to have you with the channel as well. And if you've enjoyed it as well, you can also give by getting me a drink. The link is below to get me a drink, and it helps the channel, helps me, helps you by giving. And also have a look at our links down below, just down there, because you may like something there, like our spiritual t-shirts, my manifesting book, and also the link to the UK's #1 spiritual online shop, the Psychic Tree. Reasonable prices, reasonable worldwide shipping, and on your first order, you get 10% off. So do have a browse and have a look. So on that note, I hope you'll join us again next time. And I hope you subscribe so you'll be notified when I do release the next video. So until then, happy Valentine's Day, and stay well and happy. Because if you're happy, it'll raise your vibrations and you'll be able to attract more things to you. So until then, stay well and happy.